Title of this video is Hearing Jesus' Voice in the Storm. Welcome to the Spiritual Channel. I am Pastor Gary, your host. I'm going to be doing some paperwork as I'm talking. I thank your patience with me. It's a sad time, a bad time, but also a glorious time. When you're with the Lord, it can never be a bad time if you really go spiritual. You'll always be able to see the light of the Lord in the darkest tunnel. And you got to remember that, because you will be tested. If you're really on this walk, you're going to be tested. That's a fact. And that's why I'm going to say it again. I always say it. But you have to watch who you're around, because those people may not have that type of integrity. And they'll try to make you think you're the crazy one. You're the one that needs counseling. You're the one. You're the problem. When actually they're speaking with the devil. We're going to be talking about that. We've been talking about it in my last 2 or 3 videos, so I hope you've been watching those videos. We're going to go back to Matthew chapter 14, where Jesus set his apostles up, his disciples, and sent them out knowing it was going to be a storm. And they were scared. I forget what word they used, but he had to force them to go out. I forget the word they used. I don't know if it was, I don't know. You have to read it. Today I'm just going to be giving you the word. You could look at it yourself. Matthew chapter 14. Because I want to talk from the Spirit today. See, I don't know if y'all heard that wind. Now, that wind is powerful. Y'all probably can't hear it blowing against that window. So apropos. I had did some videos. Well, I actually, because it's the Holy Spirit leading you. I was led back to an article I wrote about 3 years and a month ago, I think it was, on FAITHWRITERS. And I had created a character called Ingrid, going through similar problems like me. Satan trying to stop everything. Just like you heard in that video. I told y'all to watch that pastor's sermon. That's not me. That's a very famous pastor. He gave a very powerful sermon. And about not being scared of that devil, rebuking that devil, and no matter what, trusting in God. So I just got done, but I needed to hear that. What took me off though, they showed me how much I changed. Cause in that video, I said Ingrid had an option, take a fast choice. We know you need a full-time job, but listen, ain't no doors opening up. You not getting no more money from the office. It's all over for you. Now what you can do is take this part-time job. Take it. That's all you gonna get. And Ingrid was an old-time Christian. She said she gonna trust in the Lord. Part-time job ain't gonna pay my bills. I'm gonna trust in the Lord. I'm just not gonna take a job. So Ingrid was like that old lady on that pastor's video. She's starving, but she's still trusting in the Lord to meet her needs. Now, earlier this morning, all I did was I went old school. Seeing about 2011, I was running for the Lord, running to the Lord, running, looking for help. And all I did was stay on 1-800 prayer lines all the time. I was always on them. And I'm still on prayer lines now online. But you would talk to a lot of old ladies, and believe me, them old ladies' prayers was powerful, because these are old ladies that have served the Lord for years. And you know she got to be somewhat obedient to the Lord, because it's 12 o'clock in the morning, sometimes 2 o'clock in the morning or whatever, and they still there praying for people. And that's a testimony in itself. So they was praying for me last night, although it was glorious. I just went, I found some new numbers, and I found a whole lot of new prayer websites. I can't wait to show them with you. And I found a new one. They prayed for me immediately. Because I like them prayers where you can post them and they pray for you immediately. They prayed for me immediately. So I made a lot of calls last night. I made my prayer requests on a lot of prayer websites. See, you got to let the Spirit back in. Because what happens, you take somebody like David. David was always out with his animals, with the sheep. So he had plenty of time to be in nature, plenty of time to be with the Lord, and he was spiritual. So when Goliath came talking crazy, those other soldiers, they was men of war, so they didn't have a whole lot of time to have private time with the Lord. And they was all, if they was out, they wasn't out in nature just to be with the Lord. They was out killing people because they were soldiers. So Goliath walked up and said, I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of your God. Yada, 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 yada. Yada, talking mad crazy. But David was in nature. So when he walked up, he was like, well, what's all that? What's going on? What's going on? See, Samson represented that storm, that windy storm. I'm loud. I'ma get you. It ain't gonna work. Ha ha. Where's your God? There's another time in the Bible. It was a army general for Assyria, and he pulled up to Jerusalem. He surrounded Jerusalem, and he was talking in their language, talking mad, crazy, reckless about their God and their people. And the king of Jerusalem was scared. He was like the three little pigs hemmed up in the house. He told the dude, listen, talk to me in this language. I understand your language. Don't talk to me in our language. Because you're terrifying the people. And he said, and that dude said, your people need to be terrified. Y'all about to be overthrown. So he was talking real reckless. So you can't let that wind, you can't let that bad wolf scare you. And I'm not gonna lie, I like to do a little comedy. One time I'm home minding my own business. I wasn't hanging out no more. I wasn't in the streets no more. I wasn't doing nothing. I wasn't messing around no females no more. And some big dude came banging on my door. Kept calling my last name. Never said my first name, but he was banging on that door like the big bad wolf. So I looked out the side window with this guy banging on my door. I said, ain't no way I'm opening up that door or coming to that door. Because this dude is out of his mind, and I just know how the devil works. I said, he probably ain't even looking for me. He hasn't said my first name once. And he was banging, banging, banging. Then he went across the street. And one of the dudes that lived across the street, who I got a bad history with, he asked the dude, does so-and-so live here? And the dude go, yeah, he lived there. I said, man, you should have said no. Or you should have said you don't know. How you going to say, yeah, he live, rat? Dry snitching? That dude went bare, he bammed, I never opened it. But guess what? The dude left and they never come back. See, we got some other people with my last name, like further up the street. And then we got some people with my last name and LB. Now, those are the bad boys. Them are the boys in trouble with the law and all that, not me. So I knew by wisdom not to open up that door. Because that dude didn't seem like he came to talk. Not the way he was banging on that door. He came to bust somebody's head open. But it wasn't going to be mine, praise the Lord. Now, let me see. I'm just looking over the paper, like I said. All right. So I had just got off the phone. I had just got built up. So Ingrid decided I'm not taking no short offers. I'm not gonna be like Sarah. I'm not gonna be like these people looking for a quick answer. I'm gonna trust that the Lord's gonna take care of my needs. I need a full-time job. So Ingrid, if I say Sarah, well, yeah, Sarah. I did say Sarah. Abraham's wife, Sarai. So Ingrid went ahead, and that's how the story ended. She said no matter how bad it was, she's gonna wait on the Lord. And that made me think. And then that's how I got tested. As soon as I walked downstairs and finished that video, they called lying again. These people I'm dealing with. Messed my whole life up. They lying again. And I went into it at that point. You ain't taking nothing from me. You have not repaired what your customer damaged. You not moving nothing till I get some form of compensation. And it's illegal. And you're gonna cause me to do some legal stuff. So I was out there. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. But like I had to do that in 2012 a little bit. But in 2012 I wasn't nice at all. As soon as they met me, I was like a freaking pit bull. Because I know these people, their whole profession is lying and stealing and getting over. and they got the powers to be backing them up. So sometimes you just have to duke it out. Put your trust in the Lord. Like, and one of those people that prayed for me yesterday, they reminded me that we supposed to cast this stuff down. We supposed to speak this stuff down. Anything that raises up against us, we supposed to cast it down. So we do have spiritual authority over these devils. But we get scared. We let them bully us. We think if we be nice, it'll go easier. But all them people worrying about is getting over, taking, and not giving back. So I stopped listening to the voice of the wind. You ain't taking nothing. You not making no false promises. You ain't kept one promise you said you was gonna do so far. I still don't know nothing about how y'all gonna recompense me. I don't know no specifics. Just lying. So I went off. And thank God at the same time God brought in the middleman. And this middleman God brought in, he been helping me through this whole situation. So I thank God for that. He said, listen, he said, I got the legal right. I can speak in your behalf if you want me to. I said, yeah. He said, I'll take care of it. So he made a phone call and called me back with better information. And then they called me this morning. But the lady wasn't there or whatever. So hopefully we'll do it by email. If not, I told her my phone will be on between 4 p.m. and 3 p.m., 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. today. If not, she could just hit me with email, but whatever they want to do. All right. So we'll see what's going on. I got to check my emails. Because she said if she had my email, she would email something to me. So I don't know if she did. I don't know if she should have had it. Like, I be real thorough when I try to be real thorough. But even though you be real thorough, you know, the devil's still going to mess with you. They still going to mess the number up. Like, they keep calling my mother's phone number. I gave them my phone number. But it was just crazy stuff. And like I said, with me, I'm a different animal. I'm going to put my trust in God. And y'all not going to drive me crazy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know how hard I worked to get to where I'm at. I was actually in peace. You know, just in peace. And devil don't like that because peace can live the productivity. He got to give you confusion, because then that's how he can get inside your head and then cause you to make some type of mistake, and then you're not gonna have peace again for like possibly decades. Because that's how it is with a bad mistake. It could take decades. But it is what is it. But everything comes from God. But you still got to go through the process. It still can be painful. It still can hurt. So that's it for this video. The motto to the story is one of the people that sent me an email through prayer, they said keep praying. Because it's funny, it's a lot of people say don't pray. I mean, you know, you got to use common sense. If it's the exact same prayer, because one website said, listen, we don't mind you praying, but don't say the same prayer, because we already going to pray for that prayer over 30 days. They said, so don't pray that prayer again on this website for 30 days. If you want another prayer, you could do that. So it's things you can think of. But again, sometimes that's, you know, that's all you have. And sometimes you really have to be spiritually mature. Like, it's a lot of people praying for stuff that's important to them. But see, it has to be spiritually as well. Like, you could be praying for, oh, I need a man. Oh, I need love, or whatever. I need a woman. And you keep saying that prayer over and over again, but you should concentrate more on Bible study, prayer, and stuff. What are you giving back to God? Are you praying for other people? Or are you just out here because you want everybody to keep asking God for your prayer. So I can't keep praying the same prayer like that. Like, I just seen Vladimir. He usually says the same prayers. But I did pray for Vladimir at the last prayer service, but he usually says the same stuff. So I did kind of say a general prayer. Lord, you know what Vladimir wants, and Vladimir is always praying. So try to be considerate of the people, because sometimes I do get mad because all these people are praying for me. I do get upset about it. But at the same time, if you feel you need the prayer, then I would suggest keep praying. But you could try to be considerate and give God time. You gave the prayer up, He heard it, and you could give Him time to answer that prayer. So that's all I have for this video. God bless.